week to week rather than this one outcry? I mean,
Yeah,
you're not gonna. This is not gonna keep people coming.
No, this is
week
not.
after week. Do you have any aggressive strategies that will keep
Paul,
people coming?
You know my story. I'm not a business person. I've never had a business class, a marketing class. I've worked in record stores all my life. I started this store with my record collection and a cash advance of $500 on my master charge card back in the day. That's about as stupid as you can get. People ask me all the time, what's my business plan? My business plan has always been stay in business another day, keep it going. We've had all sorts of great suggestions from people on the internets. Keep those coming. Some of them are very helpful, some of them are very hurtful, and some of them are pretty insightful. It's been said that business started to go away when I cut my hair about 3 years ago. Well, it's fallen out, so I had to do something. We recently had the building painted after fighting the dull gray color that it was for the last 15 years. We finally got it painted, and somebody suggested that perhaps if we raise enough money, we can change the colors from making this look like a daycare. I think it looks more like a Mexican restaurant, but I'll tell you, painting, my manager and I chose those, yeah, it's actually her idea. Let's find some colors that are just going to make them go, what? And that's worked. But obviously somebody thinks, this is all because the color of the building, and that's not it. Paul, I'm going to take all these suggestions and ideas that people have. I can't give you free music. I can't pay the bills that way. I can't sell music at cost or below like a lot of box stores do, because this is what we do. We sell music. Yeah, we sell other things because we don't make much money on music to begin with, but I'm going to take a look at all the suggestions and ideas, and I have always said that I listen to the customers as to what they want, and I think that's why the store has been around 24 years and hopefully 25. I'm going to listen to the customers, but I just felt that I owed them the message that, to know the situation as it is. And this business could go away in a few months, and I don't want that to happen, and I don't think that everybody wants us to go away.
How long can you sustain at this rate?
Seriously, I would, the easy thing to do would be to shut it down in 2 months. It's lost money the last 3 years. I honestly believe that it can survive. I mean, obviously it's got to change. If I have to downsize, I'll do it, but whatever it takes.
I know when you started the store, is this what you envisioned, like the people from all walks of life? I mean, you might get somebody who's...
When I started the store in '85, it was actually at Poplar Level Road at the Watterson Expressway in a 300 square foot space. It's now an entrance ramp to the Watterson Expressway. The state, put a ramp when they widened the Watterson. The first store on Bardstown Road was next to the Great Escape, which was about 800 square feet. The store started off as a very niche-oriented store because it's all I knew and it's all I could afford to do. It was called an alternative record store, which at the time seemed to mean something. We were selling music that most stores did not carry, and we encouraged local musicians to come in and let us sell their cassettes and their 45s and their albums. And over the years, I realized that, that musical universe is so huge and so untapped that there needed to be more of a venue for everybody that wants to buy music could come and shop. And I think with this store, we've succeeded. If we were just an indie rock store, we would have been dead years ago. If we only sold Barry Manilow records and, the top 50, we would have been dead years ago. I want this place to be a store where anybody who is into any type of music can come and find what they're looking for and hopefully discover something they didn't know existed.
I feel like in the last few years, it seems like the city has made a big push to help businesses downtown. Restaurants have closed down, the cities help them open back up. I mean, I don't think it's overreaching to say that this store is kind of a local institution. Is it a little frustrating that you haven't seen the city reach out to you, or have they?
No, not really, but we've not asked, I have not asked for help from the city. I know that a lot of small businesses are frustrated with, you know, money being channeled to out-of-town entities. You know, as much as I don't like 4th Street Live, I do think that it has helped build the downtown life a little bit more. I wish they would include, or would have included, locally owned businesses, but they had approached me early on about licensing the name of Ear-X-Tacy for a club. But they really didn't want locally owned businesses down there. And they may argue that, but I was told that. Yes?
Does the coalition have any sort of long-term plan for downloading and sort of like, we're seeing the general health of record stores everywhere. Coalition.
Speaking about the Coalition of Independent Music Stores.
You guys have any sort of strategic plan?
A lot of people don't know what he's referring to. I think it's been almost 15 years ago. There's a group of independent stores around the country that got together and formed the Coalition of Independent Music Stores, otherwise known as SIMS. And I'm one of the founding members of SIMS. I'm on the board of directors currently. We're looking for any ways to keep our stores viable and relevant. It's through the coalition that I'm able to have a digital download site. We got into the business just because, you know, obviously that's the trend now. Everything's going digital, supposedly. It's taken about $500,000 of investment just to get the site up and running, and it's bleeding money profusely, even though it's a great site and it offers better quality downloads than iTunes. We're working with a lot of artists to secure exclusive releases. My Morning Jacket was gracious enough to record their in-store here and record their concert down at the waterfront in front of 10,000 people. And that record was released to independent record stores and in their support of what we do. We've worked with artists like John Mayer for the same thing. We're looking for any way to continue to make the record store viable. And to be honest, folks, this will be a physical goods store more than anything. You know, I understand people want to download music, but tell the kid who comes in and buys a vinyl record now that that's going to go away again. They're buying turntables, they're buying vinyl. It's not just old farts like me that still like records. It's kids have discovered there's something about a tangible piece of art. You know, it's maybe impractical as hell, it may be bulky, but it means a whole lot more than a digital file on your hard drive. That's old school talking. Yeah, Jim.
Yeah, you know, have you guys thought about like, because I think that, like you're saying, it's kind of a crisis with the internet right now. Because I feel like anything that you can't grab in your hand, you can get for free on the internet.
Sure.
I feel like if they had printers that could print out carburetors and stuff, auto stores.
That's right.
You know, 'cause people, it's a crisis because people can't afford health